So today we're going to talk a bit about summer pruning in apples. There are multiple different things you can use summer pruning for. You can do it as a late winter prune to control vigour and ensure you've got crop load in biennial varieties such as Fuji. You can use it to increase colour and fruit quality, so ensuring that there's good light around the apples. You can use it to make sure that you've got good vigour control of just shoots, 1-year-old shoots. You can also use it to shorten the shoot length up and make sure that you get a nice little terminal bud by just ripping the branch off and leaving a bud that will actually form a terminal shoot for next year. And you can also use summer pruning to remove excess fruit numbers as a form of speed thinning. Getting the fruit numbers down by using a pair of secateurs is a lot quicker than what you'll get by trying to remove them with fingers. The first one we're going to look at is summer pruning just for light and fruit quality. Generally that involves removing shoots and getting light in amongst the tree. So pulling out the vegetative shoots and making sure that the fruit becomes exposed so that we get nice light for fruit development. So in this example we have a tree that is a young tree that's getting developed, a twin leader tree, and we still need to have full canopy in the top, but we're finding an area in through here that is actually quite shaded. There's also an example in here where there's excess numbers of fruit for what's actually available, and it is going to be more difficult to get this thinned off. We're going to look at two things here with shoot ripping or summer pruning. One is to get light, so we're going to be pulling these upright shoots off to make sure that we've got light for the fruit. Getting light right through that into exposing those fruit. The second thing we are looking at, where we actually have excess fruit and those fruit are actually going to be a problem to thin later on. So we do have the option to remove fruit that's upside down and just do what we can call speed thinning. So effectively we're removing a large amount of fruit in a very short amount of time, opening that whole area up and making it a lot easier to go through and thin the trees. So here's another block that we're looking at where we need to do a little bit more shoot removal or summer pruning. What we're trying to do is just make sure we're getting light in through the tree to allow for good light around the fruit. So we're exposing the fruit. We're doing it here where it's nice and early, and so the fruit can get exposed without getting burnt in the middle of summer. We have to take real care about removal on the tree trunks, because this is your replacement wood, and if in future this branch needs to be replaced, these are the branches that we're looking for, so very careful about making sure we don't remove all of these, and just making sure that we're getting great light distribution through the whole branch, and ensuring that we've still got enough leaf cover for if it's very hot, especially in some of the hot Australian conditions, hot areas, that you don't get damage as sunburn later on. So in summary, when looking at summer pruning, it can take multiple different forms. As I said earlier, you can be doing a late prune for biennial blocks where you need to control vigour, such as Fuji, and that's very effective. You can actually go through and use it as a quality summer prune to make sure you've got good light and allow good bud initiation for the next year. You can actually use it just to decrease vigour, so shorten shoots back and get nice little dards and buds on the end of those for next year. And the fourth one, you can use summer pruning as a speed thin. So going through and pruning to actually make sure that you're actually thinning fruit numbers off, which is much more efficient, especially in a situation that we're sitting in where the thinning people that we have available might be compromised. So we need to make sure we can do everything in the orchard as efficiently as possible.